Ostens is inspired by a Latin verb named ostendere, which means to bring forward, to show, to exhibit. And the idea was really, with Ostens, to bring forward some of the world's purest natural ingredients, showcase them in our perfume, bring them forward for consumers and for the perfumers to play with and to be inspired by.
Our Ostens impression Rose Isparta is the fragrance that started the entire brand. It was the first raw material that we ever smelled down in France together. The moment I smelled that rose oil, it just completely changed my view of rose because it was so 360, it was almost holographic. You could smell green, fresh, dewy petals. You could smell like a jammy richness to it. There was a little bit of almost elderflower, lychee aspect to it, and that was what inspired us at that point to give these amazing raw materials to some of the world's best perfumers.
The perfumers are creatives, and so for us there was a discovery element of finding out how they express their creativities in other ways. It's all about stimulating their curiosity and our curiosity and your curiosity as well. Patchouli Heart number 1 is a completely radically different take on patchouli, involving incense, smoky tar, labdanum, and immortelle, which is a very beautiful, very intense smoky flower. It is definitely the most intense of our fragrances. It really is full of character, it's very unique.
Jasmine is early evening, the sun's just starting to set. There's this jasmine bush somewhere that you can't see but you can smell immediately that sort of sweeps past you. It's very, very dense and sensual, and the Eau de Parfums is much more the memory of jasmine. Literally that jasmine as if it's blowing in the wind on a hot summer evening.
Impression Patchouli number 2, which is a very soft, almost suede-like, almost vintage-like scent. It's got a very aromatic start, and then it evolved into something softer, focused more on the pairing of patchouli and Rose Isparta. Very elegant, very sophisticated. It's a very cozy and comfortable scent to wear.
We're the first company to let you try the raw material alongside the Eau de Parfum. We have two parts to it. The first is what we call the preparation, and the second part is what we call the impression. The preparation is 100% the raw material that the perfumers get to use every day, and then the impression is our Eau de Parfum, an amazing creation by a perfumer. So it's the first time in the industry that the consumer, you can smell what perfumers get to smell. And so we found a way to put the raw material, the rose, the jasmine, the cedarwood, the cashmeran velvet, and patchouli into a carrier oil which doesn't have a scent on its own, and so therefore you can use it literally as we call it a preparation. It's the first part of the ritual that we love to use with Ostens. So you layer the preparation oil on first and then spray a perfume on top, or you can just wear the preparation oil on its own.
The Impression Cedarwood Heart is a construct around the idea of cedarwood and the use that can be made of it. In particular, the tobacco box. And this is all the smells coming from that wooden box. All the smells that are very much associated with a walk in nature as well. It makes it a very comfortable but very elegant at the same time, very refined perfume.
The Cashmeran Velvet is exactly like what it says. It gives everything that feeling as if you've wrapped it in cashmere. Warm, velvety, cozy, familiar, and it's really sexy. I hate that word when it comes to fragrance, but it gives everything that sort of really rich, expensive feel to it. It is literally like wrapping yourself in the most expensive cashmere scarf.
I don't think any of our fragrances is really what you would expect as such. There is always a twist or an element that's slightly different from what already exists on the marketplace.
Ostens is all about revealing the world's best ingredients in perfumery. So it's less about being a rebel and more about going a little bit deeper and showing off the amazing talents that don't normally get exposed in the fragrance industry, which is the growers, the people that deal with the raw materials, the perfumers, and it's not just the brand in itself, it's everyone behind it.